With our management team, we are looking at the future. What will the future bring, and what can we do to have a good, stable company for the future?
Employees first think, the robot is going to take my job. But from my experience, it never took anybody's job. It only makes everybody's job better.
If you want to have a company who's ready for the future, you need to think about robotics.
That's an easy one.
저는 유럽 전역의 어플리케이션 엔지니어링을 담당하고 있고 로봇을 어떻게 써야 되는지 어떻게 기술 구현이 잘 안 됐을 때 어떻게 도움을 드려야 되는지 등등에 대한 기술 지원을 담당하고 있습니다. 두산 로보틱스 유럽 지사는 올해 4월 달에 독일의 디셀도르프라는 곳에 설립이 됐고요. 저희 회사가 유럽 시장을 적극적으로 공략을 하고자 지사를 설립하게 됐습니다.
My name is Frank Epping. I'm sales director for Dormac Cobots, stated in the Netherlands, responsible for selling Doosan Robotics robots in the area of Benelux. We try to be in every industry possible, besides all area that we cover. We do also machine tending ourselves, because our mother company, Dormac CNC Solutions, they are in the need of machine tending applications on their own machines. We do integrate those applications ourselves, and for all other applications like pelletizing, welding, sanding, deburring, all other kind of applications, we work together with system integrators.
Yes, of course, we are a company who are working with plastics, all kind of plastics. We produce parts of the machines, what I said, mostly in the food industry, but also in the medical industry and a little bit in semiconductor, also a little bit in automotive. That's what we do. Because we wanted Cobot who is easy to use, of course, with a simple interface. That's very important. But also very important is accuracy. So he has to be very repeatable. So the repeatable of the machine, he has to repeat at the same place. It's very important, and it's sustainability. Doosan and the machines are really, for us, really the best machines we need for our industry. And then Doosan came with the new cobots. We had some tests also with the competitors, and Doosan was the best for us for accuracy mostly. We need to have the product on the right place, and the other companies didn't have those specs like Doosan has. And together with the service in the Netherlands, if I have some issues, every machine has sometimes an issue. Fast service, and then Doosan always, or Dormac always helps us, and also Doosan with his big stock in Germany. That's why we chose for the Doosan Cobot. If you work with robots or with cobots, the errors will get less than with people. Also for the technical people, a lot nicer work to do than to do it everything by hand. No, not everyone was directly positive. No. Because they thought of their jobs. They said, okay, maybe there are some people have to leave the company because of the cobots. I directly said, no, it's a helping hand. I call a cobot a helping hand. So it's not really a robot, it's a helping hand. The cobot is between the people, it's helping you to do the jobs you don't like. That's why the cobot is there. It's a helping hand, it's not replacing people. It's helping people to make the products so efficiently possible. And you need to be efficient in these days. We are in a modern world now, and we don't have so much technical people who can make those parts. So that's why if you got one good technical guy, it's important to give them all the helping hands they can use. So a cobot is a very good example for that. I think there will be more coming for sure.
비단 노동인구 감소는 우리나라뿐만 아니라 전 세계에 공통적으로 적용이 되다 보니 몇몇 국가들은 근로자를 채용하기가 매우 어려운 걸로 좀 파악이 됐고요. 그래서 저희 로봇이 그런 부분들을 해소할 수 있는 좋은 솔루션이 될 것 같습니다. 우선 저희 로봇은 14가지의 모델로 구성이 되어 있고 다양한 어플리케이션을 적용하고자 고객사들이 필요한 다양한 제품을 제공하고 있습니다. 거기에 더불어 조인트 토크 센서를 활용해서 사용할 수 있는 어플리케이션들이 타사 대비 강한 경쟁력이라고 볼 수 있고요. 뿐만 아니라 전 세계적으로 가장 높은 등급의 안전 등급을 획득해서 사람에게 유해하거나 위험한 그런 상황이 발생하지 않도록 저희 회사에서는 그런 기능을 제공하고 있습니다.
That's an easy one. Doosan is actually maybe the only brand who has a big scale of models within their lineup. And besides that, it's very important to our customers that we can ensure safety from our side. I think well known now that Doosan has a high standard of safety within their robots. When you work with system integrators like us, it's also important to provide them all possibilities that they want to program the robot. So you want to do it the easy way, like programming blocks, you can do it. If you want to program by Python, you can do it. If you want to use third-party software, you can do it. So the whole platform is really intuitive, renewing actually, especially their latest platform, the Dart Suite, bringing us a lot of opportunity to expand our business.
In terms of productivity, I don't know the exact numbers, but the productivity was rising enormously because of the cobots. For what we see after the cobots came, that the productivity was going up a lot, maybe 50–60%. So mostly one operator can operate like 2, 3, maybe 4 machines with cobot. So productivity is rising enormously. If you want to have a company who's ready for the future, you need to think about robotics or cobotics or automation. What you see in the Netherlands, that's my opinion, what you see in the Netherlands, a lot of companies are owned by investors and they only look at money. But you have to think further than that. With our management team, we're looking at the future. What will the future bring and what can we do to have a good, stable company for the future? I don't know about other companies, but if you think you can go into the future without automation, you're on thin ice, I think. My advice to all the Dutch companies, but also in the rest of the world, of course, is always to try to get the most out of people and to have the good technical people give the newest machines, the newest products to work with. I think that's very important, but for what I said, it's my opinion. Everyone can look at their own future, but I think if you want to have a stable and future-ready company, you need to think about automation. Yeah, for sure, and we for sure do that. Yeah. So,
I mean, first of all, there are a lot of companies where employees first think, oh, the robot is going to take my job. But from my experience, it never took anybody's job. It only makes everybody's job better. I mean, the robot is doing the heavy or the dull work for you, and you can do the better part of the job. There is still a lot to be done. Logistics or quality control, maintaining the total process, and the output becomes higher. So companies don't want to lose their employee. They want to make it better for them.
A lot of Doosan Robotics is already used by a lot of companies in the Netherlands. In the future, I think it's getting more and more. Doosan is always improving with new interfaces to get it even more user-friendly, so more like an app. So that's also for the youngsters, of course. They are used to work with telephones, so it's a very good strategical step, I think, from Doosan to do that. I think that's the factory of the future.
유럽 지사내 두산 로보틱스가 크게 확장을 해서 저희 두산 로보틱스의 우수한 기술력과 저희 제품을 많은 고객사들께서 사용하시는 게 1차적인 목표고요. 그와 더불어서 저 개인적으로는 다양한 어플리케이션들을 많이 해서 전 세계적으로 저희 로봇이 확장될 수 있게 하는 게 저희 작은 바람입니다. 고객사가 불편하는 거를 안 겪게 하는 게 제 목표거든요. 문제가 생겼을 때 어떻게 빨리 해결해줘야 이들이 우리 제품을 잘 쓸 수 있을까? 그 문제가 해결됐을 때 굉장한 그 성취감이 따릅니다. 그래서 고객사들 분들께서 비록 로봇에 문제가 있거나 시스템 혹은 다른 요인들로 인해서 로봇이 작동 잘 되진 않았지만 저희 두산 로보틱스에서 적극 협조해주고 지원해준 덕분에 그런 이슈가 해결됐고 지금 잘 사용하고 있다라는 말 한마디 들었을 때 엔지니어로서의 자부심이 생깁니다.